Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies.
Welcome back to the Homeless Bros podcast. Today I have my big brother Dylan Holmes with me once again, and Jamie is back again for another episode because we got a lot to talk about. How you guys doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Well.
Dylan, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. How you guys doing?
Splendid. It's gonna be a great
Good.
day. Great day for a podcast.
Yeah.
So obviously we skipped last week because, I'm just was being lazy and I was tired. Long day at work, so we're just gonna come back and recap the last 2 weekends / weeks because Jamie and I had a big vacation, and this most recent weekend, yesterday and Saturday and Friday, was also pretty eventful. So we're gonna go through that and just enjoy the day. So should we start from this most recent weekend, or should we start from the main trip?
Dylan, would you like to start with what happened this past weekend?
I think you guys should start because because I want to go in order. I don't want to go from this weekend, jump back to last weekend. So I think you guys should go for this last weekend, then we'll go to this most recent weekend.
Oh, so the main trip first,
Makes
then
sense.
recent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, if you guys did not know, Jamie and I went on a week trip vacation up to Maine. Dylan did not go with us, so Dylan, when we explain this, feel free to ask questions at any time. If you don't understand something or something that does not sound right, just feel free. And then Jamie and I will give you guys a timeline of what happened, what we did, where we stayed, and our trip up and our trip back, and then we'll go to what happened last weekend, which was yesterday, Saturday, and Friday.
Alright, before we really dive into the whole order of what happened in Maine, first off, if you don't mind, Wyatt, I would like to ask you a few questions overall, basically summarizing some of the trip too.
Okay.
Alright, so my first question for you, based off this trip that we were on, what was your favorite food spot we went to? And I'm looking for maybe a top one, if that's okay. What was your favorite spot we've gone to?
Well, from what I remember, we didn't go out that much. But if I had to pick one spot, it was probably McClune's, that spot right on the water. But overall, I just liked eating at home because Ryan did a really good job cooking.
And for those of you who don't know who Ryan is my sister's husband, and the two of them together are incredible in the kitchen. Ryan's great with cooking, and so is Jessica. They both complement each other pretty well, but we're very fortunate to go up with people that not only knew the area, had been there before, but knew exactly what to do and when, and really kept our trip rolling. So.
Yeah, they're like our tour guides for the whole trip because they've been there before.
Yeah, but anyway, my favorite food spot probably was that area within Bar Harbor. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but we're sitting at High Tops, and I just remember the atmosphere really, really nice. And I remember ordering my gosh, what did I order? Something.
Wait, was it that place where we shared the shrimp mac and cheese?
Yes, that was it. Well, you had the mac and cheese, the lobster mac and cheese, maybe,
It was
or something
shrimp
like that.
mac and
Oh
cheese.
no! Oh no! Yeah, Baja. Yeah, that's right. Shrimp mac and cheese, and then I had something else. I had. What did
You
I
had
have?
some like chicken sandwich with like
Oh right, the pesto and stuff, the Capri sandwich. That's what
yes.
I had. For some reason, I was really into Capri sandwiches up there, and it worked out.
That's like
Also there's
something cafe, like midday
yes,
cafe or something like that.
something like that. Their sweet potato fries though are pretty good, and honestly, for how the area is, like the price wasn't too bad, so it worked, um, all worked out good, really.
Yes.
Um, Now I also have another question for you as well, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Um, what like what was your favorite Airbnb we stayed at? Now, for those of you who don't know, Wyatt and I stayed at three different Airbnbs. There was one in Portland, Maine. There was one in Bar Harbor, Maine, and there was one in Connecticut. Um, I can't remember the town fully, but it was Connecticut. So, which of the Airbnbs did you enjoy staying at the most, and why?
Um, I don't know. Like obviously it's between the last two because the one in Bar Harbor, obviously we had more privacy, kind of like almost had our own bathroom, and we were able to like have a fire pit outside and actually use it. Connecticut was very nice because, we had like the lake outside, could go kayaking. We had the pool table, the Pac-Man machine, the theater room, and uh the projector room. So uh I'll go with Bar Harbor's Airbnb.
Now, okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You've never stayed in an Airbnb, correct?
Yeah, this is my first time staying in an Airbnb.
And what before you even step foot in any of the places, what was your initial thought of going into a place that this really could be somebody's house?
Well,
Was that was that weird for you? Was that
it kind of wasn't and was not because like I stayed at like beach houses and like condos that people actually live in, but they were not through like an Airbnb website. Like Dylan and I both have stayed at condos and beach houses that people live in on vacation, like Outer Banks or Florida. So it's kind of like
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
not sure if I got the same feeling or not, but um, it's kind of like maybe a little weird because these people who have these Airbnbs probably live there full time when they're not renting it out. So I don't know. It was not like weird or anything. I kind of was like kind of used to it a little bit, but
mm-hmm.
I like that experience though. It seemed like we had some good places to stay at.
Now obviously you can edit this part out, but are you a fan of the questions I'm asking you right now?
Yes, I am. It kind of
Good.
like would have people better understand our timeline of the story of our trip to Maine.
Right, yes. True. Now, I have another question
Okay.
too. Uh Obviously you experienced a bunch of lobster up in Maine
Yes.
because Maine is known for lobster. Would you say that lobster was better served from that truck that we used, the food truck, like where we were inside the Portland, that lighthouse,
The first
by that
day?
lighthouse, or would you say um Ryan, the way Ryan made the lobster roll?
I would
at the house?
say Ryan definitely made it
Mm.
better.
And what do you think made it better?
Just having it being home cooked, I guess. There's something like I know food truck food is more authentic, but like also there's something about a home cooked meal that always would taste better than going out somewhere.
Right. Now, kind of off topic of the trip, um, if you don't mind me asking this question, since we're on the topic of kind of like the food truck versus home cooked meal. Like the
Hmm.
food truck, you thought the food truck was really good though, and you thought that it's more authentic than going to just your average place. And why do you think that is?
Well, and it's not just like with lobster. Um, also like Mexican food or just like American food is more like I think it's like more fresh from a food truck because they buy probably the product they need to cook the day of. Um, but I guess people who own food trucks put like everything they have into the food they're making to make it taste the best and authentic. So like I guess they just try harder and they have like people from the actual culture making the food, so they know how to make it how it's always been made in that part of the country or how their culture makes it.
Um, okay. Now I have a question about a separate question, I guess related to the topic. Okay,
Okay.
so let and please correct me if I'm or tell me if I need to change topics at all. But um, right now, so obviously we talked about the food trucks. Now, if you were ever to come up with a food truck idea, what would you, what kind of food would you sell? I'm not saying give me the name of the food truck. I'm asking, what would you offer from your food truck?
Well, it would probably be like a variation of a bunch of things. Like as you as you and as Dylan knows, I love to cook and
Yes.
I love to cook a variation of different foods. Like I like to cook ramen, grilled cheese, hot dogs, tacos, pasta, and when I cook these simple meals, I like to put my little spin on it. Like, if I make grilled cheese, add like spinach or mushrooms or add hot sauce to it. Or if I'm making pasta, add bacon or add shrimp to it. Or if I make ramen, add like croutons to it or anything. Like, I like to expand these simple meals and make them better and just add more to it. So,
That
the
is actually true. I see him do that.
Now,
I see him do that many times.
now, Dylan, I have a question. Since I know you did not go to Maine, but I could still ask you a question, correct?
Hmm.
So, same question as Wyatt. What kind of food do you think you would sell if you had a food truck? Like, what kind of food do you like the most? I would say that would be that you would
I
want
would
to
def like American food,
American food.
like a mix of American and Mexican.
Okay. Now I don't know
And I'll
why.
do like some like burgers, hot dogs, and maybe some tacos on the side or something.
Right. Now I don't know why I'm envisioning this because I just know what the two of you really like. But like, if you two were to tag team and make a food truck, all I can see is a food truck that has something to do with like a hot sauce, and there's like little samples of different foods you can try, and obviously different hot sauces. And I know the two of you are really familiar with that area, correct?
yeah,
Yep.
I can see like a Pepper Palace food truck type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Obviously, whatever you want, but that's just the vision I had. That's all. So
Yeah, I can definitely see us like incorporating hot sauce into a food truck with also all the different food we'd like to try and stuff. Definitely will be a big hit when that would if that would come to light and stuff, I think.
Yeah,
And what
exactly.
we would like to cook or what I like to cook and what Dylan likes to use as a condiment in the hot sauce realm would not be it would not fail. It would be pretty successful. I know that's just like hyping myself up, but in all honesty, I think it'll be actually a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Would be. Would be.
All right,
Always
so
amazing.
hmm,
Go ahead.
do you want to recap this main trip for Dylan, and then we'll go on to what happened recently?
All right, you first.
Okay, so let's start with Friday in the morning. I go to work, get done around 3, then head right to Jamie's house to eat dinner and sleep over because we're leaving at 6 in the morning on Saturday morning. So on Friday, I went to work. Jamie, you dropped off your dog at the kennel or the pet hotel in Philadelphia. And then, did we go to Margaritas that night for dinner?
Good.
So we went to Margaritas, our favorite Mexican spot, for dinner. Came back, brushed our teeth, got changed into our pajamas, then went right to bed. Anything I missed for Friday?
No.
Okay. So Saturday morning, Jamie and I are like 5:30. We get dressed, brush our teeth, and get all of our stuff packed, like chargers, some extra clothes if we need them, and bring our stuff downstairs, pack in the truck, and we're ready about like 5:45 around that time.
About.
But we leave at 7:40, I think.
About.
Yeah, something like that. So we're just driving, it's like about maybe a 7-hour trip. Get to our Airbnb around, I'd say like maybe 12 or 1 o'clock, maybe, or 3, or more like 3 o'clock. Yeah, or like 3, yeah, it's like 3, more around 3 o'clock, yeah. So we check into our Airbnb, unpack, um, unpack Ryan's truck and then her parents' truck. Um, get all that stuff done. Chill out for a bit. Have dinner, which Jamie and I made the week before, which was a taco pie, taco casserole type of thing. Really, really, really good. I think we killed that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 6:30, we had a sunset cruise to go on, which was kind of like a historic cruise. Like showed us like some spots that have some history behind it, and had that start at 6:30 and about 8:30, 9 o'clock around there. Had a nice sunset, and then after that we went to go get some ice cream and go back to the condo. Do you want to add anything from Saturday?
Oh, you covered everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Saturday's pretty good. We were all very tired. The travel was a lot. I mean, unfortunately, the only day we could do the sunset cruise was the first day we got in, but it was worth it. And when we were there too, there was also a big cruise ship, and it was the Emerald Princess.
Yeah.
And I was how big cruise ships are, and that was a interesting thing to see. Was not expecting to see that.
Yeah, that's my first time actually seeing it like a real cruise ship, like in person. I've always seen them like on pictures or like advertisements for like on TV, but I've never seen one in person. Those things are humongous. Just
Mhm.
just like puts in perspective how big the Titanic actually was from seeing a cruise ship like that. So it's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
all cruise ships now are a lot more safer and a lot more stable. or built to resist anything, and
Yeah.
that is a fact.
So,
All right,
Sunday.
continue.
Oh, hold on. Let me backtrack. So on Saturday we saw a few lighthouses that had some history to it. So on Sunday we decided to drive to, I forget the park name, but they had those lighthouses in the park. Um, Unfortunately, we could not go up them. I think they were just like for like certain tours that people had. Um, but that day we walked around, went down to feel the water down the beach, a rocky beach. So that was kind of a difficult climb. And then
How's the water?
water was freezing. Um, we heard in the tour on Saturday that it's connected to the Antarctic coast, I think it was. So the water coming in there was very, very cold. So not fun. Um, so after we went on our climb down the rocks to the water and just did some more trails, we went to go get our lobster rolls from the food truck. Lobster roll is a big thing in Maine, not just lobster tails or whatever. It's just lobster rolls is the big thing there. Had those. Those were delicious. Jamie and I shared one. Then we also had a whoopie pie, which are seem like they're very big in Lancaster, PA, and also in Maine. There was
They are.
it's like there was whoopie pie at every place we went to, so they're very big there. But obviously, different states focus on different parts of the pie.
Correct.
I think in Maine they focus more on the chocolate than in PA they focus more on the cream on the center.
Mhm.
Basically like a baked Oreo, like two pieces of chocolate, then in between is the cream. Very delicious. Very, very, very delicious.
But not nutritious.
Yeah, but we're on vacation, so we're gonna splurge.
Yeah.
And I kept wanting to buy one, and I remember going to the stand, and you just were like, "You sure you want one? You sure you want one?" Like, yes.
Our last one we got though, it lasted us like 3 or 4 days, so that was good that we had one every night, but it wasn't like a huge amount.
Well, trust me, it would have been more but I'm
Yeah,
a little more self when my family's around. But in general, too, it was a better move to save it. But it would have been gone sooner. I would tell you right now.
yeah, I believe that if we didn't like if we had no uh if we weren't I'm just saying the first night if we didn't care we would cut it in half and share it and been gone the first night.
The first
But
night we had it.
yeah, but we just cut off a quarter the first night, so we did good. Um, Sunday
It
night,
must have been very good. It must have been very good if that was going to be
And we actually got
the
the
thing.
pie during our drive up to Bar Harbor. We stopped at this lobster place, and that's where we got it.
yeah.
So that was Sunday night.
So
Sunday.
Sunday, what?
Go ahead.
All right, so after our walk and hiking in Portland on Sunday, we went back to our Airbnb, which basically was like a frat house for college kids. That's what Jamie and I came to the conclusion of. Like college kids probably rented out for their semester or something. Um, but that's not important though. But went back, we all got showers and got dressed up and went to this fancy restaurant called Scales. Um,
Oh yeah.
I hear that like reservations had to be made like 2 months in advance just to get a spot here.
A good spot anyway.
I can definitely see why, because that place was pretty amazing. Something I never experienced before. Um, I had this delicious bluefin or grilled bluefin tuna with like eggplant and like some type of marinara sauce. And what'd you have? You had cod
I had cod. Yep, it was really good.
with like a garlic wine sauce, which was delicious.
Mhm.
And we had like
I
some. Hmm?
And the reason I chose cod too, not only do I know that I like cod, but also I know pretty well that cod is pretty like it's easy to get cod in that area. So I knew that if I got it, it was gonna be good. So I went with my sort of background knowledge and chose that. And also we had this cauliflower which was amazing, and everybody was shocked at how good it was, but I knew.
Yeah, and I think the sauce made it because it was like a creamy yogurt sauce type of thing, but it was just like so delicious.
It was good. It was
Also
very
the
good.
bread. I know like bread
Oh,
is so like plain, but that was delicious too.
that's what I mean. They're just really good at making their bread, and I think that's probably comes from just the area itself. I mean, I guess that as they think that bread works pretty well with fish. So
Yeah, and also I think everything that they made was freshly caught. I think like Maine's like the fishing capital in the world or something.
something like
Or
that.
yeah, something like that. Um, so Sunday night had scales, and then uh, do you walk around town or do you just go back to the condo after that? And that's the
Uh,
Airbnb after that.
we just went back because we were leaving the next day for Bar Harbor, so
Oh
we were
yeah,
only
yeah. So
anyway.
we got back. I think everyone was watching the Phillies as you and I were packing a little bit.
Yep.
So got back, packed up a little bit, went to bed Sunday. Our checkout time was like 11. Um, got there around like I think 10:30 or actually at 11, something like that. Um, then it was a 3-hour drive up to Bar Harbor, but made some stops along the way. LL Bean store, which is like the headquarters, so it was like a big touristy spot. Had a big booth outside. Um, pretty proud of myself. I didn't buy anything there, so that's good. Just pretty much walked around and explored. Um, then on the, on the way to Bar Harbor, stopped at that McClune spot. Basically, you're just on the water, so you see all these like different lobster boats out on the bay, just chilling. Great scenery. Had another lobster roll, and Jamie, you actually got a crab roll there, which was really good.
Mhm.
And then got to Bar Harbor around 3. All the check-ins were 3 o'clock for some reason. I'm not sure if that's how it always is with Airbnbs or just, I don't know, but check-in time was 3. Got to Bar Harbor, and then we unpacked. And what we do Monday night? Did we eat in?
Monday night we ate and we had, I think it was burgers.
Burgers and
Um,
hot dogs?
what was that? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah, so we didn't do anything major that night on Monday.
Uh,
Uh, Tuesday? Is that when we did Jordan's Pond?
oh yes, it was.
Okay, so Tuesday, let me start out. So, if you guys don't know, in Maine, they have Acadia National Park. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a national park in Maine.
Look
So,
at the.
yeah, who would have thunk? Um, so our tour guides, aka Jamie's sister and husband, Jessica and Ryan, are tour guides pretty much. has been to Acadia National Park before when they went last year to Maine, and they're like, we're gonna do a Jordan Pond hike, which is basically Jordan Pond is a fresh water pond which has pretty much all of Maine's drinking water. So you literally put your bottle into the pond and drink that, and that's safe to drink. So I heard that walk was going to be about maybe 1.5 to 2 miles long, but it turned out being 3.2 miles. Um, the first half was like just a boardwalk, a nice flat, soft-footed boardwalk, and then the rest was like climbing up boulders and rocks, and then walking on a dirt path. Um, no water, uh, in the sun and shade off and on. And then went to a restaurant, and uh, me, Jamie, and her brother John were just like so hungry and thirsty and tired, and just tired and wanted to go to sleep after that walk because that was a long walk.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a long walk.
We weren't
Yeah.
expecting it. Not only was the long walk, like if it was a walk itself, like we would have been done faster. But it wasn't just a walk. There was a thin boardwalk, which was like literally two planks, like apart, almost kind of three, sometimes two. But it was a lot of balancing and a lot of, and then with the rocks, they were just trying not to fall, really. And also we were kind of rushing too because not kind of, we were rushing because we had a reservation at the Jordan Pond has a Jordan Pond house as a restaurant, and so we were there. Um, and that like our reservation was like 1:15, and we're like, oh, we can do this. We never done this before, and we ended up doing the whole thing.
Well, they
And
said
we
after the boardwalk was over, let's turn around, and like I'm not sure who said no. Let's not turn around. We made it this far or something.
pretty sure it was either Ryan or Jessica.
And they'd never done the whole walk before. They just did half of it. So this is the
I
first
did.
time for everyone to do the whole walk around. And to put in perspective, we walked like around a whole pond, like being 3.2 miles long. You kind of like get an idea of how big this pond actually was.
I'm just really glad that Wyatt was behind me the whole time because I was nervous, and I think if he would have been in front of me, I would have gone a lot slower. So I just don't do heists. I don't do like I never done that before. So yeah,
And also, there's a lot of climbing of rocks and stuff, and that's not very safe to begin with for anyone. So just it was a hike I never experienced before, so it was a different experience. Would I do it again? Yes, but probably not for a while. It's gonna be in I don't know. So let's see. Um after lunch and our walk, we went to the gift shop to see if people wanted to buy stuff. Jamie got a nice magnet, which was very cool. It's like a 3D art magnet type of thing. It was really nice. Then made it back to the. No. Did we like stop at that sand beach?
we made a few stops because we had the time, I think. So we stopped a few spots, few like over the. I don't really know the names of them, but they would stop at different points and be like, "Oh, we're gonna get out. We're gonna
Yeah,
go look."
we we like stopped at most of the place that we were supposed to stop on Thursday. So
Mm-hmm.
uh that was kind of like a you know Tuesday was kind of like just like stop anywhere that they've been before and check it out.
Yeah.
Was it chilly? Was it chilly in Maine?
Um, Not really. Like during the day, it was very nice. At night, that's when like got kind of cold. Like I did wear a sweatshirt one night, and like in the morning I had like sweatpants on. But during the day, it was like perfect, like maybe 80s. No
So
humidity,
as the
by the
day
way.
progressed, so as the day progressed, it got nicer.
Yeah, but also like zero humidity, so it was perfect.
Perfect.
Um, so Tuesday, what did we do for dinner that night? Was it uh, what did we do for dinner?
Tuesday we had like some sort like we had like chicken and stuff. Like I was still full. I remember we were still full.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
it was like a pasta night. Was it lasagna?
Oh yeah, lasagna we had that night. Yeah. And I think Ryan made meatballs that prior to
Oh,
us having lasagna.
deer meatballs,
Yeah,
right?
deer meatballs was delicious. Just Dylan, you would have liked them because I know you like deer meat a lot.
Hmm.
So these were really good. Um, had lasagna and went to bed. Wednesday,
Yeah, we had lasagna, then we just went to bed. Sorry.
yeah, watched the Phillies too.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna talk about that.
Any,
They didn't win a lot.
anyways, we're not talking about them. Anyways, then Wednesday rolled around, and it was the day that we can explore the town of Bar Harbor itself. And oh boy, was it crowded. Took us a while to find a parking spot, but we did it.
Yeah. So
Then, oh, okay.
what was our first activity we did?
First we were walking around. Where did we go? We
Did we do the
just
land
kind of.
bridge?
Oh, that's right. We stopped at the land bridge first. That's right. There's a sand bridge that connects Bar Harbor to this little island thing that's only there when it's low tide. And it was really I found like a crab claw and I kept it. Um, a few actually, but
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
But
So after that, um, after the land bridge, we just walked around pretty much until we found a spot for lunch. That's where we had the shrimp and mac and cheese and the Capri chicken sandwich pesto.
that was good. I would drive all the way back out to Bar Harbor just to go to that place again.
Yeah. Then after that, uh,
Then we shopped around. I
oh yeah,
found I found a magnet and an ornament. It was a really good. I found a really good deal. And Wyatt, I believe you got. I think you got a. Did you get a hat?
I got two hats.
You got two hats. Oh, two hats.
I got one that has a lobster on it and one that says Explore Arcadia.
Hey Dylan,
Mm,
are you surprised he got a hat?
no. Like it seems he always gets hats. Like why? Do you have a thing with the hats, bro?
Well, I love my hats because, I think I look good in hats.
You
And
do.
also, like, Jamie knows I like good in hats because she got me a new Eagles hat for my birthday. So,
I just know you like hats in general, but
yeah. So, that was, I actually got two hats. And also, Jamie, you also got a Bar Harbor t-shirt.
I did. Hmm.
So, we got our,
And then we got. And then we went to another ice cream spot,
yeah, I
which
got
is
some ice
good.
cream. I
I
got
got.
you can
Oh
go.
no, good.
I got a strawberry milkshake.
It's always the best, isn't it?
That's
I got
it's usual.
I got a cookies and cream milkshake, and would you know it? They sold whoopie pie ice cream, and they had whoopie pie um on the side, like you could buy. Like they were so obsessed with their whoopie pies.
It's kind of their
I
like
can't
thing that
imagine.
they're known for.
Yeah.
You know, they said that.
Ah, the pie.
So, after having our our
Or blah, 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 blah.
our ice cream, we went to the grocery store, got some groceries, then went to like a almost a gas station, got some adult beverages.
Okay, we got some drinks. We got some, yeah,
I
good
got
stuff.
White Claw and Jamie got some Angry Orchard to
The good
enjoy
stuff.
that night, yes.
The good stuff.
And then Thursday night, I know, or just Thursday in general, we woke up, went back to Acadia National Park. Was that when we did Cadillac Mountain, or was that Friday?
We did it third. Oh my gosh. No, we did Thursday because Friday we did
Oh, we did the
another
nature.
tour.
Yeah, okay. So, Thursday, we go up to Cadillac Mountain. Beautiful view. Could see a cruise ship pulling out, and also could see the land bridge from up top. Pretty good view. I walked around a little bit. Went to go use the baño. I'm not sure why I added that in there, but yes, use the
You
baño.
really want to tell people to use the banyo.
Yeah.
Have everything you did on the entire trip, using the banyo was your favorite.
Well, it was a good release, you know.
I'm glad. I'm glad I made you laugh, Dylan. I'm really. That was the goal.
And
Yeah,
then
I mean,
That's funny.
I think
yeah.
there's editing.
Yeah, good thing there's editing, but I'll also keep it in there.
What?
Then we ate lunch.
Yeah, we ate the lunch.
Chicken salad, delicious.
Oh, I had the chicken wrap salad. Yeah.
Chicken salad wrap, chicken salad sandwiches, and Cheez-Its, delicious.
Oh, can't forget the cheese.
They lasted
Yeah.
like we brought snacks down. They lasted a lot longer than I thought.
Because we were basically guarding them with our life.
Yes.
That's why they stayed in the room.
Put them in the pantry. No, we're good. We're just gonna keep them in our room for safekeeping.
I even said you were like, nah, let's just save it for later.
Yeah, we're gonna save for the ride home. So Cabot Mountain, had fun there. And a few more stops at like a lake and a more like I think I would call it a cliff something that we stopped at with like a nice like view of the ocean up down below.
A cliff.
Yeah, and basically we're on a cliff with rocks. Found a duck that went underwater a lot.
Yeah. Why was fascinated by the duck?
Yeah.
I think at home.
And the seagulls grabbing crab out of the water.
Actually, no. Why I wanted to take home the seal.
Yeah. But I
Sorry.
couldn't catch them.
Sorry, Dylan.
Yeah, you could have
them.
a pet seal and Levi would have had a friend. But
you still try to catch a seal.
well, I couldn't get off the boat, so yeah.
You couldn't seal the deal?
I couldn't seal the deal.
Oh, I love jokes. I love jokes.
Haha.
Everyone knows that.
Haha.
Yum.
So Thursday, um, uh, after all of our stops, went back to the condo. Um, what was our dinner? Do we have more hot dogs and burgers that night
Yep.
again?
Yep, because we didn't have the lobster still.
Oh yeah, so
Um,
on Thursday we actually like bought lobsters and boiled them and cracked them open, but didn't actually have it. We just had burgers and hot dogs and chicken.
yeah, like hot dogs or
Yeah, I like a few wieners in my life. Um,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
oh
And then
boy.
The way how you said it, bro.
oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, uh, had burgers, chicken, and hot dogs, and then we also made s'mores that night. That was also a
Were they
big
good?
what?
Were they good?
They were delicious. That's the night I actually wore a sweatshirt outside because it was cold. So yeah. Went to bed
Yep.
and yeah,
Yeah.
Friday, um, we had time to stay in for a bit, but then we left it like at 9:30. Drove around a town. I think it was like South Harbor or something.
Mhm.
And then on that was on the way to the dock where we could board on the our lobster boat because we went on a nature cruise. That was about 2 hours that day. Saw some seals, saw some bald eagles, saw some salmon, crab, lobster, the diving ducks, and
Again.
some other birds.
Now, also,
Bird.
what was really neat too that the whole tour thing was the fact that they told us about some islands that people lived on that they actually have to take a ferry, a, like a boat to go to the mainland, like go to school, get their groceries. Like it's crazy how many people live on the island, and they say that when the weather gets bad, sometimes they could be stuck for months at a time, so they have to be ready to go. I think that's so fascinating.
Yeah, and also like some people take boats to get to school every day, so like that's just like on a boat every day to get to and from school is kind of like crazy. Or just like a certain shopping trip is like going to the boat. So interesting. Um,
Yeah.
After the nature tour, we came back, had more chicken salad wraps again for lunch. Then walked around South Harbor, then like Northeast Harbor. Uh, Walked down by the marina, which is where they have like boats parked and stuff, and a bunch of lobster boats docked and stuff. Boats going out for tours and stuff. Really, really nice views and just like a good atmosphere, very quiet, peaceful and stuff. Good, good, good times. Um, so after that, we went back to the house. Um, Jamie and I started packing a little bit. Uh, got showers, and then that night we had lobster rolls and lobster tail, um, which was
Was
really
it good?
good. Yeah, really
It
good.
was
Yeah.
it was just epic. I felt
Yeah,
bad for the lobster in there, but you know what? Apparently they can't see much anyway, so
it was
oh well.
delicious.
The circle of life.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Yeah.
I felt bad. I held one of the lobsters if I had really a connection with him, and then he just, boiled.
Well, they say, you know what? But side note on that, Maine's really good at like keeping they brought up the population so much that the few lobsters that are eaten, there's so many more than what are being eaten right now. So that's pretty neat
Yeah,
to
so like
know.
the more lobsters they catch, the higher their population is what I remember our tour guide saying. And they bring in 100 million pounds of crab every year. So I think about it. When they catch more crabs, the population of crabs that are not caught is so much higher.
Yep.
So crazy stuff.
Oh, he's back.
Oh no, he's back.
He sounds like he's making
Oh yeah,
That's
he is.
the sound of
Trust
someone
me.
taking a shower.
Mission
Yeah, I heard.
accomplished.
You took a shower?
Nice.
No, I took a shower, did some meth, mission accomplished. We're doing okay.
Wow.
Perfect.
Never mind. I'm not gonna ask any questions. Anyways,
So what's next on the
what's next on the agenda?
Well, actually, I had some events happen the weekend you were gone.
All right, what happened while we were
Yeah, what happened while we were gone?
while we were oh, while we were away?
Yeah.
Excuse
Well,
me.
I'm happy to say that Target got some new self-checkout lanes, and it's more like we have to have 4 working instead of 3 working. And also on Sunday, I went to Marchwood Tavern to get Sunday, a fun day with a hot dog called the Dodger. All it is just a football hot dog, cheese, a chili dog sauce with some jalapenos.
Oh, jalapenos.
It
Jalapenos.
was really good. It was good, but it was very, very spicy as well.
That's what we like.
Well,
It's
you.
specific.
That's what Dylan and I like.
I like to have my,
My
tongue be normal.
All right.
Yeah, Brian and I are in spices.
So Friday night, I went to bed. Saturday morning, left the Airbnb around 10 in the morning, and it was on our trip down to Connecticut for our last night stay, which was about maybe 5 or 6 hours, right? Down to Connecticut, right?
Yeah. It was all a dream.
So
Yeah.
on our drive down, we're like, what do we want for dinner? Like, pizza. Awesome.
We want.
So we ordered this from this pizza place. Apparently, it's very popular.
Frank Pepe.
Frank Pepe Pizza. We got maybe 4 pizzas, all different toppings, all delicious. Turns out that this pizza spot was downstairs of a casino.
And not just a casino, it was a casino in a reservation. So they were having a good time. And tell them what you saw.
So apparently there's a terrific con or terrific con, whatever, something con. There was some like a Comic Con or something going on, but I saw a guy dressed up as Batman. I saw Wolverine. I saw some Spider-Man costumes. Like your sister and I went to go get the pizza. She described it as a fever dream, and I described it as what the hell? I don't know how to describe it. It's just something I've never seen before. Like I've seen people cosplay like on Snapchat and YouTube and stuff and like Instagram, but I've never like seen it in real life. So I'm like, people say this serious enough because there's some like full out like Wolverine costumes and like full out Spider-Man. I'm like, this is it's cool.
Nice.
So we get the pizza. It's an extra 30-minute drive to our last Airbnb for the night, which was like probably I mentioned my entrance like it was the best one of the trip. So we pull up outside on the front porch. There's two chairs in the fire pit. Obviously, me being the pyromaniac I am, I love fire. Um, there's a lake out back. There's another fire pit with like lights, a pond on one side of the house, and on the inside it's nice. Big TV, projector room downstairs, like kind of like a theater with a pool table and like a Pac-Man machine and like a space galaxy fighting game. Uh, there's kayaks, paddleboard, canoe. It was just awesome. Jamie and I went kayaking. Her brother went kayaking. Jessica and Ryan also went kayaking. It was just a fun night of some beach. I know, not beach, water activities. So it was a fun night. Jamie and I watched a documentary about the Earth that we've seen
That's
multiple times.
yes, that is Wyatt's favorite documentary, and he will always say every time that we're by some sort of rocks, sometimes not all the time, but most of the time we're by some rocks, I'll be like, crazy. That rock is billion years old and is from space.
And this water that's right here is 1 billion years old too. It's crazy. So we started watching in the projector room. Then we're like, then we hear Jessica and Ryan gave the basement and gave it to us. We're like, all right, cool. We'll go downstairs and watch it, so we're not keeping the whole family up. So we go
Cha-ching!
downstairs. Yeah, cha-ching ching because we wanted the basement from the start. Upstairs, our room was nice, but the monitor we had in the room was very small, and I'm not sure if it had cable or YouTube or anything. So went downstairs, played some Pac-Man, played some, I think it was Galacta or whatever, Galaga, or something like that, some spaceship fighting game. Um,
Did you win, Wyatt? Did you win?
Yes.
no.
Oh, come on, you gotta give him the false truth. No.
Did you?
I won every single round.
He's the new champion.
Then,
Apparently.
I think I got a shower next morning, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. No, I don't know. But yeah, went to bed. Um, woke up on Sunday morning, and that was our trip back to PA. End of vacation. Got back. It was warm, sunny, and humid. It was
Yeah.
so humid because I was so used to being up north with no humidity,
Yeah.
and it just hit me in the face so hard.
Like a
So,
ton of bricks.
like what?
Like a ton of bricks.
Like a ton of bricks. So, unloaded Ryan's truck, unloaded her parents' truck, and then got all my stuff situated, got all her stuff situated, then off to Philadelphia to pick up Jamie's dog from the pet hotel. So happy to see us.
Uh-huh.
Got all that done. And then that was our whole trip. Anything I missed that you wanna add to our timeline?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing you wanna add?
Oh, sorry. Oh boy. You basically said it all. It was a great trip. I'm glad you were able to come, and I can't wait for our next adventure.
And our next semester is coming up sooner than it's happening this weekend. But
Cause adventure is free. Remember, people, get out there in life. It's no fun just to stay in one spot. If that's what you like, that's great. But try to see the world.
see the world. All right, so let's recap this most recent weekend, Dylan.
Dylan, you want to help us start it off?
Let's start it off. Let's do
All
it.
right, let's start with Friday. What did you do on Friday, Dylan?
I worked hard from 2:30
Wow.
until 7:30.
Hell yeah. So,
It was a lot of people just getting all the school things. Like one person spent $1,500 getting just, like school stuff, food, and like outfits for this new school year.
yeah. So, this
That
weekend,
was hard. I like that.
Jane was supposed to be at my house Friday, Saturday, and then I'll go to her house on Sunday. So Friday, we were gonna cook in and have a nice dinner, and Dylan was gonna go with one of his friends. His friend uh flaked on Dylan, so we're like,
Well, he has nothing else to do because
well,
his bro's going to college.
still
And he had to
flaked.
go.
Still, I'm not gonna ignore that fact. He still flaked. So we're like, Dylan, we're gonna take him out. We're gonna take him out and show him a good time, because we're just that nice people. So we picked Dylan up at 7:30. Jamie and I pick up Dylan, and we're like, hey, since your boy canceled yet again, we're gonna show you a good time. So we gave you 4 options of place to go for dinner, and you picked a place called CityWorks in King of Prussia. And we're like, cool. We wanted to go there anyways all along. That was what we were leaning towards mostly. And then Jamie invited her brother to come out for a couple of drinks, and we had drinks and had dinner and had a good time. But the night was not over that yet. Jamie or Dylan, tell us what happened after I paid the tab and we went back to our house.
Well, okay. We got back to our house, and then Wyatt went into the garage and got a thing called a solo stove, which is a smokeless fire pit, and we had a fire out in the driveway that night with some good music playing later in the night.
Adult beverages and going live on TikTok. That was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yep. Going on TikTok. That was fun.
Then Jamie went back to her house around like 12:30 in the morning, and then it was Saturday. Saturday was good. This was just so Dylan ended up working, so Jamie and I just had a day to ourselves just to do some exploring. So after we were having fun up in Maine doing all these parks, Jamie and I thought it would be a good idea to visit every state park in Pennsylvania. There's 124 state parks in Pennsylvania. So obviously it's going to take a little bit of time, but we decided to start off with the one that's close by my area. We went to Marsh Creek. If you guys know anything about Marsh Creek, it's pretty interesting. If you guys want to know more about Marsh Creek and what's it all about, there's books and a bunch of information online. Basically, the biggest thing is that Marsh Creek, a man-made lake, there used to be a full town right where it is, like where all the water is now. It used to be a town like with houses, churches, banks, and all that. Pretty interesting. So, went to Marsh Creek State Park, packed a lunch, ate lunch, and walked a nice trail by the water. Not too long, not too hard. It was nice. Went back to like the main parking lot and took our shoes off and decided to cool down the water. Just have our feet in, went up to about our ankle, and just relax in
How
there.
was the water?
It was actually,
What's the water temperature?
I'm not sure what the temperature was, but it was pretty warm. Did you look what the temperature was, Jamie?
53 degrees.
It didn't feel like that though. It was actually very refreshing going into that.
Oh, it's probably really hot that day, and then it would cool down in some nice water. So yeah, that's
So
cool.
went to the park. On the way back, I'm like, you know what? Let's go for a drive. I'm not ready to go home just yet. Let's just go for a drive. Um, so we got Rita's water ice, which was delicious. And then went back to the house. It was like maybe like 6:15, 6:30 around this point when we got back to the house. Sat outside for a bit and went back inside and started making dinner. Um, what did we make for dinner that night?
We made Parmesan cauliflower, and we made mushroom stroganoff.
Yeah, so
But I missed.
huh?
I said, but I messed up.
No.
Oops.
We just followed the recipe. You didn't mess up. So this is our first time making both of these meals. Um, so we learned what to do next time with the cauliflower and with the mushroom stroganoff. So but they're both like be all the mistakes that we did make. Um, it was still very good. Definitely would make it again. Just some minor changes to the Parmesan cauliflower and the mushroom stroganoff. And then I picked up Dylan at 9 o'clock. Went down to Target and bought a few things. Um, and then Sunday went over to Jamie's house.
That's me.
Had some Chipotle. Um,
Hey.
Chipotle, yeah. And watched some movies. We watched Sky High, which is a Disney movie.
Yep.
Then watched Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy, which is also a Disney movie. And yeah, didn't eat dinner because we were still full from lunch. Uh, walked our dog a few times. Um, and then I I went home, went to bed, and here it's Monday now. So starting off the work week once again. Back to work. Anything you guys want to add
Not
to
all
that?
bad. It's not all bad. You get paid again.
Yeah, to this Friday is payday for all three of us, so that's nice.
Yep. I get paid on Friday. I work Friday.
Anything you guys want to add to that last weekend that I missed? Anything, Dylan, Jamie, anything?
Uh,
I can
roughly.
remember anything that you did.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, well, we're about an hour and 11 minutes, so why don't we say wrap it up, guys? All right.
Well.
Oh,
Well, my Sunday.
okay. Oh yeah, let's hear your Sunday, Dylan. I hear that you had an eventful Sunday.
Yeah, so yesterday was Sunday, and I said, you know what? Like, and person, I'm not gonna say the name because she's the only known out there. She texted me earlier in the week and said if I wanted to go to a concert with her on on Tuesday or Thursday. I said I can't. I work late both nights, so she said, how about we go on Sunday? I said I can do Sunday, and And the thing was, it was very hot and very humid that night on Sunday. Went to Miller Park and saw this group called, I remember this. Oh yeah, Chico's Vibe. So she picked me up here around 5:15 yesterday and went to Miller Park with her parents, and we were finding our spot. I spotted two food trucks. One had food, good food, and one had ice cream. Now, the thing that we got was chicken fingers and cheesy fry
Hmm.
from the food truck. $16, not bad. Not that bad for a food.
Not bad at all.
Not at all. So we start. So I went back to the truck and got a Pepsi for $3 because food truck all needs to make something cool,
Great.
like a refresher to drink something on a hot day like Pepsi. And then after that, after we ate, I was full, but she was not. So she got up and went to the ice cream truck. She got a cup chocolate ice cream with some caramel syrup on top.
Mm,
She said it was the best thing she ever had.
the best
So they
thing.
walked, well, at that park,
Oh,
at the thing
oh,
we were at, the concert we were at.
okay.
And then we took a walk on the trail, on the like cement trail, went to the road and turned back and went to the bridge on the other side of the trail. And then after that, after the bridge, we kind of went near the bathrooms and the
Oh.
basketball courts that was there too.
Mm-hmm.
And we just sat there for maybe, I would say, probably 25 minutes, I would say. And then I went back to where we were sitting, got her chair, and then we packed up, and then came home, and yeah. And when I got home, she gave me my birthday card.
Oh,
She gave me a card and money for my 30th birthday.
wow.
That's nice.
So I had to write a thank you text today. She did respond back to me, so I'm happy about that. So
All right, well, sounds like you had a great weekend. We also had a great weekend. So,
hmm
anything else you guys want to add?
Wyatt, what are you guys doing this weekend?
Should I say it or should I save it for next podcast? What do you think, Jamie?
Well, next weekend we are going to the shore, and we will include the details when we return for
We're
our
going to
next pod.
we're going to Ocean City, New Jersey. On the next podcast, we'll explain that whole weekend and tell what we got into. And yeah, this
And after that weekend I'm also off on that Saturday. So I'll have more to talk about on a Saturday than just about working. But I'll have more things to talk about because I'm off Saturday, the 31st.
yeah. So hope you guys did enjoy. Um, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate it. I'm glad
Yep.
that we are having all three of us talk because basically I see everyone here in this call every weekend. Um, Jamie, I think we should have you on permanently just because you are involved in all of our plans pretty much all the time. So it's nice to have your input on some of the stories that we tell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to have three people on the podcast instead of just Dylan and I. That's how we first started this podcast, just Dylan and I. But I realized Jamie's with us almost all the time every weekend, so it's good to have another perspective of eyes to tell stories. But
And
you
then,
guys
and
had a
like,
great
like
weekend.
maybe we can try to get some more, like another guest on our show with Jamie already here. So we can try to get some like other guests maybe.
Maybe. And if they're involved in our plans, we'll get them on. But if they're not, then
We can do we can do a 4-person podcast.
nah, we'll see.
I won't hear people.
Well, hope you guys had a great weekend. Now time to start the work week. To everyone, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Yeah. Jamie, Dylan,
No,
have a nice night.
quiet.
Me too.
All right. Peace out, everyone. Yeah.